Hey game makers! Welcome back to DevLog 11 of the game. Yeah, so. Now there's actually another animated cutscene in this chapter. I haven't shown that one. Where is it? It's... Oh yeah, we have a hot springs segment. Before I talk about the animated cutscene, let's go into this one first, because it's here and it's one of my favorites. So originally, there's this cute little cutscene between the characters. It's cute, it's fluff, I don't know what it is, but originally I had it behind an item wall. You had to get 2 soaps to get to the scene, to see it. I got the idea from Lunar, who had hot spring scenes, and you needed soaps to get to them. But the thing is, this is actually a rather plot-relevant cutscene, and, like, I don't know why I had it behind an item wall. It's stupid. And it's even more stupid because it's actually broken in the original. But I'll get to that in a second. So what I ended up doing for this one is making it a mandatory cutscene. And I'm gonna use the soaps to get this, nice little bromide here that will get moved. And I'm gonna use that. Maybe if you get like 12 of them, one for all the characters, then you can get the bromide. I don't know where they're gonna be, but that's, I think, what I'm gonna do. And I think the original reason why I had this locked behind an item wall is because it sort of ships some characters together, and as I was rethinking it, a lot of the cutscenes I have between these 2 characters are locked behind, not item walls necessarily, but option walls. So, you, they're either, like, break times, or, INSs, or just, like, now not all of it is. A good chunk of it's still, like, in the game, but, like, a lot of the cutscenes between these 2 characters are optional. And I think that's why this was optional, because it was supposed to be kind of a scene for that, and it's just, yeah. But I think it was relevant enough to have. And in the original game, like I was saying, it's actually, I think I fixed it. I don't know if I fixed it in this copy, because this is my mess around copy. But, here. So, you're a grab. So before, I didn't have the switch here that, like, overwrote the event when you didn't choose it. So, it just played. I remember I didn't know about that bug, and then someone asked me, like, there's a scene, it's repeating, why? So I'm like, oh. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't clearly test this for if you don't have the soaps. Or at least after this, because it all works fine until you come back to this map. So I fixed that, and I wasn't sure whether the copy I had online had that fix or not. I know it did at one point, but I'm not sure if the one I had up would, like, had the fix. I don't remember. So I updated it with the most recent one anyway, in the epilogue quest data. So if you are experiencing that bug, then you can go and download that and overwrite the data. Oh, what a scene to get stuck on, though. So, yeah, that was exciting. So there's this other scene, where Akira freaks out. Actually, hold on. Let me just set a thing up here. Actually, I'll just play it. So, you know, let's just play the scene. We can do this way. This is just gonna auto-run, and we might not be in the right location, but that's fine. Okay, this will be fine. So there's this scene, you need to pause, you need to play, and he needs to hope this does not break. So there's a lot of fluff in this scene, and then I got to a point where I'm like, I need Akira to freak out. So that's what this scene is. Now, the voicing isn't done yet, so it's just gonna start talking. Let me just make sure this isn't muted here. Creepy music! And I think the lighting's wrong as well, but that's fine. So, animated cutscene.
Princess, I can't hear. I can't tell what they're saying.
I thought we were friends. I didn't want to believe you'd do something like that. I wanted...
This was also like the first time I was doing perspective drawings in Photoshop for the background, so that was kind of fun.
Aiko. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You were remembering Aiko? Echo. Akira.
And then she just freaks out. But, that was a fun cutscene to do. Okay, that's enough of that. So, that one luckily didn't have a lot of animation. The one with the dragon thing, that was a little much for me. I still managed to fit it in 4 days, though. It's kind of funny, normally these scenes would take, like, an hour or two, but because I have to do cutscenes for them, or the animated ones, it's like 4 days worth of extra cutscene-ness, I guess. So, that was one of the animated ones. That one isn't, like, detrimental to the plot, I guess. I don't know, but it's fun. I liked that it was mostly still images. And yeah, that was actually my first time doing, perspective drawing in Photoshop. Normally, I don't do backgrounds for things, or not, like, detailed ones, but I noticed in, not the previous cutscene, but 2 cutscenes ago, the school one, I was trying to do perspective-ish backgrounds, and then I'm like, I need to figure out a better way to actually do this, so I figured out a way using the star tool and making lines, and it's great. I've never had a reason to do them before, so it was nice that I actually had a reason to, so now I know. But yeah, it's fun. Again, it's not final, I might change some things. There are a couple things that I still might change, but... one more major thing is, let's see what changed. Where is it? I added in another New Game Plus scene over here. This will, because the hot spring scene is now mandatory, this one will, be available after the fact if you've beaten the game once. And it's actually a scene between Zephyr and Whip, of all people. And I don't want to go through it, because it's a New Game Plus thing, it's brand new, and I'm super psyched about it, because I'm loving these New Game Plus scenes. They're just so... something that isn't just the remake. I'm having fun with this, don't get me wrong. I love working on this, and I'm actually having way more fun with it than I thought I would. But I do like adding these new things, and like the animated cutscenes, they're really great because they challenge me, because I've never done scenes really much before, so it's a fun process. But, so it's an added scene between the two of them, and it's cool. I'm happy with it. I enjoy it. So yeah, that's the end of my notes. Come on, I have more to talk about. So what I just finished, and I'll actually show this off too, since I don't have much mechanical stuff. Literally, this entire thing has just mostly been me writing cutscenes. Oh, so funny thing, this is gonna go into a boss theme. Sure, happy music. So, I wanted to make weather appear over top of my images. And apparently it's actually really easy. It's like, oh, do I... Now, the one I'm using is actually a modification for Mogs, because I will explain in a second, mine didn't exactly work with the default weather. But it's more or less just this, with these being the ones for the default instead of the Mog ones. Like, weather plane, which is a Mog thing. But, so, what ended up happening, okay, by default with the proper weather commands in here for the default NV stuff, this will work. This will make it, changing the value here anyway, it might be higher than 2, but it will put the weather over top of the pictures, and I wanted that because of this cutscene. Now, I'm not gonna give you a full experience of this cutscene, so I'm gonna actually mute this and leave our nonsense music playing and totally ruin the scene for you. But, so I wanted it for this cutscene to have the weather appear over top of the pictures. And there's an incompatibility between my animated mouth movements plugins and the camera core that I'm using. And I don't want to go into technical jargon here, but it writes it to, like, scene map or something? The graphics, so that relayering the z-axis of the weather sucks. So it breaks. So I had to use Mogs instead, since that one was easier to manipulate into what I wanted. And Kachie, you're not supposed to be in my party, hon. Okay, well, we're gonna have 2 Kachies during this cutscene. Gonna go look for Kachie, huh? Well, she's right here. She's right here. She's right there. So, anyway, I wanted the graphics for this cutscene, and if you don't want to be spoiled, I'd suggest closing your eyes for, like, 30 seconds. But there's this scene that's kind of a ceremony for the Ryu people. Yes, I know I need to fix Mia's sprite. It's kind of overshooting itself. But, Kachie has this dance in the original that she has to do here. I'm just gonna skim through all this, yada yada yada. And normally, this song is so not even. I liked that other one we had, this one. So in the original, Kachie just, like, spun around a whole bunch. Anyway, this is why I needed the graphics on top of her. I wanted them to be on top of her, and then I just put the snow in the background. Though it's kind of hard to see, I might dim that a little more. Anywho, so that's why I wanted that for this cutscene. And, in the original, Kachie's little dance here, she just spins around because I didn't know how to choreograph a dance, I didn't know what I wanted to do with it, I had this entire, like, festival plan, and then I got here and I'm like, I don't know what to actually do for this. So she just spun around and that was it. This time I actually choreographed a little dance, loosely based on a Kagura dance, as recommended by Salia. So, just envision, like, good music here and not this happy nonsense that's playing. So, yeah, and I'm having a little bit of a glitch with this, actually. Between the pose changes, I can't have it not flicker. I've tried, like, 4 different solutions for it, and they all want to flicker between the switching. You might not be able to see it based on the frame rate, but I can see it. And it's annoying, because I can fix it if I have every page on auto-run. Like if I just have the entire thing running through an auto-run thing. It doesn't stop at all, it will just work. But I've tried this in like 3, and I can't have it on auto-run for this because I have the main event controlling things. I tried doing, like, stuff and things, and none of the stuff and things wanted to work. So I might just have to leave it like that, cut my losses, but I might figure out a better way to do it. I can think of at least one other way that's a possibility, it's just gonna be a pain in the butt if I actually want to do it. Right now, it's set up like this, where it increments in an attempt not to have to screw up the image by flickering it. I tried using lock pose commands, same problem. I think I had this all on one page at some point, and just, like, changed the graphics. That was my first attempt, but same problem. And I don't think it's because there's, like, a blank one here. These are just duplicated because I wanted to see if that was the issue, because if it was, like, trying to call a blank frame by accident or something. But no, it just wants to do that. I don't know why. I'm not sure if it's an MV thing. I know MV flickers when you have new graphics, but I'm loading an existing graphic, so it shouldn't do that. I like this music. Okay, it's fun. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that's doing that, but that's doing that, and it's annoying. I think that's actually pretty much all. This is just, you know, crazy realm. Spoiler cat. I guess that's about it. I haven't worked on much mechanically. I did redesign this place a bit to give it more of the dragon vibe of the rest of the town, because in the original it was like this, but it almost looks like too dark. Now I've color changed it since then. I guess we should talk about Ferric. Hi, Ferric. Ferric's here. He exists. Okay, I give Ferric a hard time, but I love him. He's awesome. So it's brighter, but it's quite a bit different. So I wanted it to look more like a high-class, inn, I guess, in this one. This music. Woo! Envy couches. Because I didn't want to go grab mine, and Doodads was closer. So yeah, I think that's about it. I don't really have much else to talk about. This was literally just this chapter. Hold on. And then the 2 cutscenes, which took up a lot of time. So I guess next would be chapter 6. That's... Had you guys open, right? No, I've moved it since. Actually, I haven't previewed this yet, so let's take a look. Let's load into a smaller room. Oh yeah, my test house, which was just the random test house that had all the things. See, this, not this one? Oh, I probably turned all your, auto runs off. This one works. This one works. It just changes the image and does it all based on this. But I can't have it on auto run and parallel doesn't work, so I don't know what to do. But anyway, let me refresh my memory for what chapter 6 is all about. Chapter 6. This music's so, like, dancey. Chapter 6! Oops, I hit a picture. Not sure if I like that. I might mess around with it some more. Did that go pixely on me? Okay, maybe I need to, increase my video settings a little bit. Huh. It's actually kind of a cool effect, though. Anyway, so, yeah. Chapter 6 is a new group of characters, so that's nice. It's, this is really where it gets, like, really good, I guess, as far as the gameplay goes, because it's, like, it was fine up until this point, but this is really where the game starts, like, picking up speed, and, like, it gets really fun. At least I find it very fun. I really enjoy this section onwards. Anyway, I think that's about all. I feel like I've just been, like, non-stop blabbering about this chapter, but that's, like, really all I've worked on is those couple mechanics and this entering of dialogue. I still gotta implement the monsters here and do the voicing for it, but... that is after I test the last couple of scenes here. Anyway, thank you for watching, or rather listening to me just blabber on about this. I'm thinking of posting some more snippets. I have been posting the Mode 7 ones. And if I ever get to a point where I do the other Mode 7 play, which will be, like, way at the end of the game, I'll probably post that one too. It's so much longer. It is just so much longer. But, no, you know, we need this song. Okay, so, I lost my train of thought, but yeah, I might be posting some more snippets of character introductions and stuff, because I've kind of have this backlog of them. I don't have them recorded, but they're the ones that I want to do, like, let's say, Mia's introduction, Ferric's introduction, the girl whose name, Mizu, not Mizu as in the town, Mizu as in the character, her introduction, I guess, Sora and, Locke could also have theirs shown. But I'm thinking of posting maybe those, a couple a little bit, yeah, just if I remember. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later, gamers!